the endless advantages to implementing BI into Progressive Insurance organization. I was very early in the data revolution and have reaped the benefits, while other companies are still trying to play catch up. By strategically examining how data analytics can enhance the business, Progressive accelerated their head start in the field. You can see the unmistakable influence big data has had on the modern world. So what is Progressive doing differently? They've mastered the art of operational innovation. The insurance giant has managed to maintain a combined ratio in the low 90% range, while others are at least 10 points higher. In order to be profitable, ratios must stay below 100%. Some of the strategies they've implemented have been a policy of information transparency with the customers and an immediate response to claims department. Most notably, the insurance company took a sizable step into the world of data analytics. Core value that Progressive creates for its customers is essentially peace of mind in case of an occurrence of a qualified event. The problem is that the core value creation model is similar across competitors. Therefore, to be a winner, a company needs to find ways to be effective. For instance, through a marketing strategy or a use of technology. Through the collection and analysis of data, Progressive can enhance customer value creation capabilities in a variety of ways. Through a better understanding of customer demographics as well as customer needs, driving behavior, Progressive can optimize and tailor their product suite. Customer data analytics interface offers a wide range of insights into customer driving behavior. It alerts customers to hazardous driving, thus promoting safer driving habits. And a customer's consistent good driving record is a tool in obtaining better insurance rates. With the launch of its Snapshot driving tracking program in 2008, Progressive has become a pioneer in the fast-growing segment called telematics and has since relied on data analytics to gain advantage over its competitors. The term telematics essentially refers to a range of different features, options, and devices that are brought together by a single principle, data and communication. Haven Divacarlo, data and analytics business leader at Progressive, said, "We were collecting a lot more data. It was coming to us at a much faster pace. One area where we were seeing a pain point was our time to insight, and we decided to use machine learning algorithms as a way to better understand the data so we can make predictions about what's happening in the insurance marketplace. What was historically a bottleneck where we couldn't entertain other lines of business, we can actually address their data science and predictive modeling needs now because we have a much faster throughput of our models and the business value we will be able to generate. By leveraging machine learning algorithms with predictive analytics based on data collected from client drivers, the insurance giant can optimize its effort by meeting the customer's needs faster, know where to focus on marketing dollars, and as a result, boost the profit. Customers becoming increasingly selective about tailoring their insurance purchases to their unique needs. It is vital to stay nimble. When Progressive wanted to develop its digital static ad campaign, the company relied on analytics technology to how to move to the budget was well spent. In the past, Progressive based its online advertising strategy on the classic metrics of reach, the number of people an ad can reach, frequency, how often a consumer was served with an ad before making a purchase, click-through rates, the number of users that click on an ad, and the last place to show an ad before the purchase. With advanced analytics, they were able to get a more granular view. For example, they were now able to see the combination of ads consumers saw over days, weeks, or months, and will accurately determine what combination of ad placements might be most successful in the future. By examining the insurance market this way, Progressive is able to identify valuable opportunities, start with consumer decisions in as early as possible, and add speed and simplicity to the whole process. Ultimately, this improves the customer experience. By leveraging data to meet the consumer's needs at every touch point, this has helped Progressive to stay competitive. For example, the marketing team collected data on how mobile app users were behaving. These consumers, they discovered, wanted more than just helpful insurance quotes in the mobile app. They wanted to buy insurance on the spot. Progressive responded by giving them exactly what they wanted, the option to buy insurance, which vastly improved the customer experience and delivered a big win for the company. When a company creates customer value, the business benefit naturally follows. lower costs through a better ability to assess client risk levels. For consumers, this means better premium rates, assuming they drive well. Tableau has partnered with Progressive to provide easy-to-use data and helping salespeople connect with consumers. Progressive data analysts streamline the information that flows in and process it into something that is accessible and actionable. Tableau allows Progressive to view data in a much more user-friendly way. They bridge the gap between analysts and sales by offering easy-to-use reports, providing tools that turn data into accessible information, allow salespeople to focus on what they were hired for, sell, and ultimately gives rep information to help the company, help them grow their business, and become a partner with Progressive, not just an employee. One of the biggest challenges any company who works with data faces is security. Even though Progressive has taken steps to house this data internally, in 2015, Corey Stewart from Digital Bond Lab called holes in Snapchat. Stewart reverse engineered the device, plugged it into his OBD2 diagnostic port of his 2013 Toyota Tundra, and then tested its wireless communication. We found that it would be possible to intercept data passed in the dongles and the insurance provider servers, likely including location and performance information, as they do nothing to encrypt or otherwise protect the information they collect. The firmware running on the dongle is minimal and insecure. If there's no validation or signing a firmware update, no secure boot, no cellular authentication, no secure communications or encryption, no data execution prevention or attack mitigation technology. Basically, it uses no security technologies whatsoever. He added that by hooking up his laptop directly to the device, he says he would have been able to unlock the doors, start the car, and gather engine information. A skilled attacker could almost certainly compromise such dongles to gain remote control of a vehicle or even an entire fleet of vehicles. Once compromised, the consequences range from privacy data to loss of life and limb. These are alarming points that go well beyond the scope of this identity theft or stolen data. One way Progressive has addressed this is to partner with an outside vendor. IBM Guardian was brought in to monitor data and make sure it's secure. IBM oversees who has access to Progressive data, how it is being used, if there are any anomalies, and if someone is trying to access it at any speed. Some of the security tools Progressive utilizes in IBM's large portfolio are AppScan and Enterprise Solutions. They help to look for any coding errors, watch vulnerabilities, and provide more security from an application. Another hurdle Progressive has had to overcome with its usage-based insurance is customer reluctance. While UBI offers many potential benefits to consumers, increased premiums, to pay for what you drive, and the technology has not yet seen the massive adoption as originally anticipated. Fear of the unknown prevents a lot of people from trying it out. Many worry if their premiums will increase if they drive a few miles over the speed limit, while others are concerned what the company will do with their data. A survey of U.S.-based consumers conducted by Towers Watson found these attitudes towards UBI. 28% worry the devices will damage their vehicles, 38% worry data will be used to invalidate a claim, 42% worry about driving being monitored and recorded, and 49% worry about rising premiums. While Snapchat promises discounts for safe drivers, others aren't so lucky. It now imposes a surcharge on drivers they consider bad. In their 2015 annual report, Progressive shared their new plan. In recent years, we have employed a discount-only model for usage-based trading. In our latest model, introduced in North State in December 2014, we are afforded more customers discounts for their good driving behavior, while offsetting with surcharges for a small segment of drivers. Even though this might not be the most consumer-friendly, the new strategy makes good business sense. Progressive Insurance uses descriptive analytics with data collected from Snapchat. As stated earlier, the device gathers information on your speed, mileage, acceleration, hard braking, and the time of day drive. In addition, data is also compiled from claims, web activity, page views, social media posts, and more. In this preliminary stage of analytics, Progressive is able to evaluate what events that have already happened in order to provide more meaning. You can use this data, such as which web pages you view, to know where to concentrate your advertising campaign. The next step in the data mining process is predictive analytics. Progressive uses information gathered through descriptive analytics and determines which way the customer is headed. As stated earlier, this type of data mining helps predict things like retention and market trends. Lastly, Predictive analytics provides a path that the company should follow to get the best results. An example of this could be a customer who had a large discount through Snapchat that only has an auto policy. They might be receptive to a sales rep trying to sell them a home policy since they have saved so much and have a positive feeling towards the company. Progressive also uses cognitive analytics to connect with customers. Because of the demand of mobile channel interactions, the company used Microsoft Azure Bot Service and cognitive services to quickly and easily build the Flow chatbot, currently available on Facebook Messenger, which answers customer questions, provides quotes, and even offers a bit of witty banter in Flow's well-known style. This allows them to meet customers' needs while maintaining a digital presence. Matt White, marketing manager of personal lines acquisition experience, that people spend a lot of time in messaging apps, and we want to meet them where they are. If they're interested in getting questions answered or getting an auto quote while they're messaging, then let's give them that capability. One of the great things about bot service is that out of the box, we could use it quickly, put together the basic framework for our bot. Along with that, we use the service and Q&A maker to add natural language understanding and the back and forth dialogues for customer interaction. Progressive analyzes all of this unstructured data to gain insight into how to improve marketing, risk management, and operations. It is estimated that by 2015, 68% of all unstructured data will be created by customers. Progressive is able to improve target promotions, personalized offers, prevent policyholder churn, and optimize its pricing. By using cognitive analytics to gauge customer preferences and sentiments and incorporating it with historical data, Progressive is able to provide a better customer experience and ultimately increase profit.